following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. You can listen to us on the go, but Joe didn't on the Mixler app.
You know, that's true. You can listen to this on the go.
You can, the Mixler app. Or you can watch us live on YouTube.
I didn't see it on the big screens anywhere.
No? We weren't broadcast in Vegas?
There was a line out there?
No, I guess not.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it.
All right, we are at the Hampton Inn this morning, so you know what that means.
Waffles.
I have, but nobody got waffles today.
Oh, I went with oatmeal today.
Yeah, I'm trying to go
Coach
healthy.
Al on a diet, and we tried to talk him into taking his shirt off, and he wouldn't, just for listeners out there.
Coach Al with us this morning. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Made the trip back from Champaign last night with the girls. Big win, regional champs, and Bloomington.
I went to Bloomington.
Played
I don't know
Champaign.
where you were at. Were you at Joe?
That's going to be the problem.
We played Champaign and Bloomington.
We played Champaign Central at Bloomington.
That's what I meant.
Girls were victorious, and congratulations to Coach Rohr, Coach Farmer, and the Lady Railers. They're quite a show.
Yeah, we'll have Coach Rohr on at 9:30. So yeah, they advanced to sectionals, and still undefeated. That's awesome. But let's talk about the boys real quick. Coming off your last regular season game against Mahomet, Thursday night was senior night. A big win for the Railers. It's one of those games that you have to go in thinking, hopefully you don't have a letdown after your big game against Decatur MacArthur, that big win there. We did beat Decatur MacArthur, Joe, to fill you in.
We're going to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay.
And is that one of those games that you go into just knowing after that, all the effort you put in Tuesday night, that Thursday night could have been one of those trap games?
Well, there's a lot of things that went on that night, following the MacArthur win, which was the best game that we've played all year. And then plus that we had all the activities going on with senior night and kids having their last home game and a great crowd. It was little tense here and there, and kids came through and they come away with a win.
A big win in that. Finished the season on a winning note. Joe, did you watch? You didn't watch it at all.
I didn't see any of it, but let's talk about that game, because you say it's the best we played all year.
Yeah, it was a wild game. There's a lot of turnovers, and fortunately for us, we turned them over more than they turned us over, and we shot the ball exceptionally well, and that's the type of teams that you're going to play in the postseason, that are very athletic, very aggressive, wants to play 84 feet of the court, and our kids handle it pretty well. So it was a good win for us, and MacArthur's a very, very good basketball team. So I think they'll probably advance pretty far into the state tournament.
Really, gets your confidence level up heading into the postseason.
Well, you hope so, and if we repeat that performance, and we talk to the kids that at this time of year it takes those performances every night if you want to continue to play, and everybody's record is 0-0. So we start from scratch. Regionals start today. The quarterfinals of the regionals are today, and then we play the winner of Rantoul and Danville, which play at 1 o'clock at Danville. So.
Oh, really? Playing those early day games?
But yeah, most of the play-in games or play-in or the quarterfinal games, schools are choosing to play at anywhere from 1 to 2 to 4. There are some playing tonight too.
And so at the beginning of the season, wasn't MacArthur kind of a game you were looking at to measure your season?
Long time ago, yeah. And you spend a lot of time watching them in Collinsville. We watched all 4 of their games, and they're a quality basketball team.
Well, that's good. You got them peaking at the right time, Coach.
Well,
that's your job.
That's what we want to do. We want to be playing the best basketball, and all teams. I would hope that. Well, sometimes I hope they don't, but their goal is to be playing and for the state tournament, and that's definitely ours.
Speaking of Saturday games, you got a matchup today over in Danville High School in Rantoul. It's a game that you're interested in, probably going over to check that one out.
Yeah, we're leaving here in a little bit because it's a 1 o'clock start, and it's going a little bit of a drive. So we're going to leave about 10:30 to get over there to see that game.
So that's a game that we're going to play the winner of Danville and Rantoul, and that would be Wednesday night, 6 p.m. in Champaign. So, I mean, you saw Danville in our tournament at the beginning of the season. I'm sure they're a completely different team. And that's I guess not a mismatch, but a matchup that you got to be kind of worried about.
Yeah, it's not a good draw. They play in the Big 12. They play in our tournament. They play at Pontiac. They're playing Simeon, Curry.
Right.
All the big schools that they're at Pontiac, and it's a tough draw for a number 1 seed having to play Danville in the first round after they've already played a game. It could be a trap game.
Trap game. There you go.
There you go. As he calls it.
On it. Yeah.
Trap game.
Shouldn't be a trap game in the IHSA state tournament. You got to come to play. You should know that if you trip up, you're hanging up the shoes for the winter or for the summer.
Yeah. Is that a game like when you did you see Danville being that good when they had that tournament, the Turkey Day?
They've only won 9 games. And I guess that's why we're playing them, that people seed them so low. But they're very athletic. They'll be pressured just like Danville or like MacArthur. So it's a game that we just played. So the kids are going to know what they're going to get. So we just got to come out and get after it.
It's going to be, when you play that game, you're going to have about 6 days of rest. Does that kind of concern you at all, or maybe help you out with some bumps and bruises that need to heal up a little bit?
Yeah, we played really hard Tuesday. Probably, I hate to say it, but as hard as we've played all season. And we come out of there kind of bruised up. We've lost Hayes for a couple weeks. He sprained his ankle pretty good, and so he won't be available for the tournament, for the regional at least. And Jake Bivens kind of fell on a hip and has been nursing that. So it was a very brutal game Tuesday night.
Wow, that's gonna hurt losing those two big dudes.
Well, Jake's playing, but
playing hurt.
He's and one thing about Jake is you know what you're going to get, and that's about 100% every time, and he's a really, really key on our defense.
Hayes is a big boy.
Yeah.
And a sophomore, and that's you bring him off the bench, and a lot of times he's bringing that ball up for you, and that's a big loss for you.
Yeah, because we're getting back to the point to where that's the mismatch that we look for is our 4-man, and Drew is bringing the ball up and getting us into our offense, which makes it a little bit easier because your point guard is going to get the quickest, the best defender that the opponent has. So we want to try to go to another spot to create a mismatch.
Well, if you win the game between Danville and Rantoul, you could have another possible matchup against Mahomet Seymour as they take on Champaign. So that's another team that you just played. And looking a little further, you could see MacArthur again or Mount Zion. So I mean, it's a tough region.
Yeah, it's not an easy go, but it's that time of year.
Yeah, you got to beat the best to be the best. So just get them out of the way. Joe, you got anything else?
I got all kinds of questions. I want to go back to the MacArthur game. What did we do to win that game? Because I knew that was going to be.
Well, we
a tough
handled
game.
their pressure. We did turn it over 17 times, but
what's your average per game?
It's under 10.
I was just going to say half of that. Huh?
Yeah, but we turned them over 27.
Yeah.
So we had a plus 10 there. So, but it was just very, very physical game. And
was that because they were wanting to get the ball up and down the court?
yeah, and we finally, we had a couple spells during the game where they turned us over and made quick runs and so forth, but our kids kind of rebounded and were able to come back into the game and keep it under control. And then I think our depth really helped us out that game. The pressure was so bad, relentless in the first half, and then kind of in the second half we were able to get a little more freedom and things. So.
And that's got to get you tournament ready.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, and I thought you did a good job on their big guy as well. I mean, he early on was doing what he does, and that's just being around the basket and athletic. I thought you guys did a great job of shutting him down.
Yeah, and we made some threes. We shot the ball, as well as we've shot in a while. So hopefully it'll continue.
Well, with all those turnovers, there should be some good footage of you on the sidelines. Do we have any of that we could run?
Not as much as what MacArthur coach was.
Yeah, Tyrese was not happy. Oh, he was a little upset, to say the least. Well, Coach, I know the listeners and viewers are wanting to know about the girls' tickets for Tuesday's game. It's going to work a little different, where you have to go and purchase them, things like that.
You purchase them online now. The IHSA for the sectional and the super sectional. It's called GoFan. We're getting the link out for you to just click on and go on, and you can purchase your tickets and have them on the phone there. They will have them available at the door, but the quickest thing to do is get it done on GoFan, and you're able to just get right in. So
yeah, you can also find that link on WLCNonline.com. Just go there, and older folk have a little trouble doing the tickets online.
I don't know who he's talking about, do you?
So I can't even transfer. I have no clue.
Yeah, he'll go buy Cardinal tickets and call me, hey, how do I get these to my phone?
You put them in your virtual wallet?
What's that?
Yeah. And that's how a lot of the NCAA games, when we went last, that's how all theirs is. It's all on your phone, and you got people out there trying to figure it out. And it does, sometimes it holds up the line because they don't know how to access them, but
sure,
it's just the way it is. Scalpers took a hit on that. No more scalping.
Brokers are starting to make money now.
Yeah. So, well, another busy week of basketball for Lincoln Community High School. And, it's a fun time of the season. It's do or die, and now you got to just push through and keep winning those games.
We talked about the tickets, but the girls do play Tuesday night at Rochester.
Right.
And they will play at 6 o'clock versus Mount Zion. So if they win that one, or after they win that one, they'll play Thursday for the sectional championship. So there will be a link out for Tuesday nights, and then we'll get another link out because they have separate links for different nights. So the links will be out there. I know we're trying to get it out on all our school sites that we can. I know I sent it to Lloyd. So it's going to be out there for you to get your advance ticket to the game. But we had a great crowd for the girls last night, and I hope it's even better for the sectional tournament. If we get by Mount Zion, more than likely we'd probably play. Well, it'll be a good game between Rochester and Mahomet, but Mahomet or Rochester's playing at home, and
it's a pretty big advantage.
Yeah, it is. So we would need everyone from Lincoln to crowd into their gymnasium on Thursday night.
And the good thing, our games don't match up. So we play Wednesday, Friday, and girls will play Tuesday, Thursday. So, no reason why both gyms are full of red and green.
Yeah,
so.
you got time to rest here in a couple weeks. So
right. Yeah, and that's
help
the thing.
Support the kids, and I will say our kids have really. I think they really put themselves out there every day, and our kids really represent Lincoln and Lincoln Community High School with a lot of class. And one of my goals is when I'm coaching person, that all of a sudden that neutral person's pulling for Lincoln, and they like watching Lincoln play. They like because they play with class and so forth. So I think our kids have done that throughout the year, and I'm proud of both groups and all of our kids that represent us. And I don't think we can go without saying that Isaac Decker finished his career at the wrestling tournament this year, or yesterday at the state tournament. So congratulations to Isaac and Coach Dietrich for the great season that they had.
Yeah, I know we had him on a few weeks ago, and I think he just started wrestling not too long ago.
But he's
kid.
Yeah.
Again, he wrestles, and a tough sport, but he does it with class.
Yeah. Well, Coach, once again, thanks for coming in, and we look forward to Wednesday night's matchup. We'll be keeping an eye out today on who wins that Rantoul-Danville game. It's over in Danville, so be careful.
J-Mac driving?
We're going to put him in the back.
I hope he didn't get your tickets for you.
Yeah, you're not getting in.
Because you might not have it.
Just a couple of you won't get in.
Yeah. He'll have like one or two, but couldn't find the rest. Well, Coach, once again, thanks. Big week this week, and all the information's online. I know we have it posted where you can print a schedule of all the upcoming games, and so no excuse to be missing games, Joe.
That's exactly right. No excuse.
All right, that's going to do it for this segment. We thought we were done, didn't you? Yeah, I did too. I rebounded. We're going to take a commercial break and be back after the messages.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. Going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
just off Interstate 55 at exit 126 at the Lincoln Hampton Inn. They love having you there.
Hi, this is Mike Kegley of the Illini Guys Sports Spectacular, and you're listening to Chiefs Seats with Jake, Joe, Lloyd, Jim, and Shabadoo on 96.3 WLC.
Riding a Harley, had the whole white outfit on with the big velt. Viva Las Vegas. He was just riding around. That's fun.
Were you on the back seat of it?
No, but I tried to whistle him, stop him down. I thought it was an Uber cycle, and it wasn't.
Viva Las Vegas. Joe, come back. A pocket full of money?
No, but okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't gamble big, you can't lose big.
Right. Yeah, I've never been there. I would just like to go and walk around and, not much of a gambler as far as machines and stuff like that. Now, fantasy football and other things kind of hurt. Lost some money on the Super Bowl, but
did you really?
Yeah,
Eagles fan?
No, just
Bears.
Football fan.
Bear fan?
Oh yeah. Now it's speaking of bear, it's Bear time now. Super Bowl's over.
Bears with
Chicago with the #1 pick. It's exciting to be a Bears fan right now. Just to see April.
Get Joe on board, right?
Yeah, Joe, you coming on board?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see how I think they're going to be, and then I'll tell you if I'm going to be a Bear fan this year or not.
Well, I don't know that we want him on board, Joe or Jim, but
I'm always on board with the Cardinals. They're a winning system.
Cardinals, New England, Tampa Bay, Raiders.
Oh yeah, Raider
who
Nation.
else? Carolina. Yep, Carolina.
I don't remember being a Carolina fan.
Oh yeah, we did a show.
That's right.
I was a Carolina fan.
Yes, you were.
With the logo on?
Yep.
I did not.
Yeah, you were a fan.
Go find it.
Yeah, we'll find it.
I had a Carolina helmet with a logo on.
You sure did. Absolutely, you did.
So are you guys supposed to drink before the show? Does Jim know it?
Well, it happened.
I have rooted for a lot of. See, I'm off the Buccaneers though now.
Yeah.
TB's gone. I'm done with them.
Now you're
Chucky left the Raiders. I'm kind of done with the Raiders.
Now you're a Fox fan because that's where Brady's going to be. You're going to have Fox Sports.
Only if he gets me something for free.
Fox Sports.
I'll try to get you guys something for
Who are you following now, Joe? Fox Sports.
Fox Sports, whoever's on. TB.
But yeah, if you're a Bears fan, which way are they going to go? What are they going to do? Are they going to trade Fields, draft a quarterback at #1? Are they going to trade down?
Would you trade Fields?
I wouldn't know.
See, I don't think so either. I thought the guys had shining moments.
I mean, he doesn't have a receiver. His line was suspect.
Made some great plays.
Made some great plays. Give the guy a chance, But you never know. Does he have a bigger upside? Or Young, does he have a bigger upside? You never know.
No, you don't know.
It's a crapshoot, Jim, just like Vegas.
I know that Kyler Murray didn't have much of an upside.
Yeah, but he's also, 5'8"?
Yeah, but somebody over there thought he'd be good.
Yeah.
We just see, I guess, right?
Yeah, we'll see. But I wake up every day to about 3 or 4 different mock drafts messages, people sending out, this is what they could do, this is what they could do. Now they've got DeAndre Hopkins in the mix.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now you might just come over.
Now that's a problem.
Yeah, that's intriguing.
He
right?
would not make me be a Bear fan, but I'd hate to lose him.
Yeah.
He's a player.
It's all hearsay. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Football drafts in April, I think 1st of April, so it's down in Kansas City.
Speaking of Kansas City, that was a great Super Bowl.
Great Super Bowl.
Yeah. Lived up to its expectations.
Yeah, it was fun. That was last Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think the Eagles got a little break on that holding call, or the Chiefs did on that holding call at the end.
Yeah. But, I mean, they were still down. I mean, was it really?
Was it a hold?
I don't think so.
But
saw a lot worse.
Yeah. I mean, all day long it's been going on, and all of a sudden you throw it in. But
they were still going to score.
Yeah, they were going to get that field goal.
Yeah.
But it just took away Philly having a chance to have the ball with a little time left.
Right, yeah. So
the who ran out there? Was it McKinnon or somebody rode out there and then just took a knee right at the goal line?
Right at the goal line.
Boy, that's tough to not score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And anybody that had him for scoring a touchdown and a side bet.
I actually know a guy that did, yeah.
It hurts.
Wasn't very happy.
I missed out. I had 2 running backs. I had Pacheco and Sanders. They had to have a total of 108 yards rushing, and they had like 90. So I missed that. That cost me some money.
And now Mahomes has 2.
Yeah.
2. You got to figure he's in the Hall of Fame already.
He has just as many Super Bowl rings as Tom Brady has retirements.
And now Brady has more retirements than Rodgers has
Super Bowls.
Yeah, so it's funny how things work.
Yeah, it is funny.
That's funny. A couple of retirements. He did come back out and go to a Super Bowl, though, so the retirement was okay there for 1 year, but that second one didn't go so well.
Probably should have just hung her up, Tom.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Yeah, but it's Tom Brady, man.
He'll be good on Fox, too, I think.
He might retire for a couple of years and come back.
No, he's done.
He's done, yeah. You could tell.
You're so there. I think, would you put KC then as a favorite for next year already?
No, I like the Bears.
Okay.
The Bears are the favorite, right, Jim?
Right.
Where would you put the Cardinals?
Oh, they're last.
Okay. Well, it's fine.
I mean,
put them wherever you'd like.
They're dismantled. Have they found a coach yet?
Yes, we took the Eagles defensive coordinator, Jonathan. Can't think of it right now, but
Sirianno or something.
No, that's the head, but I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if the guy. Well, I don't know if the guy's done enough for us to say, "Hey, you're a head coach, do it." But he might be successful. I don't know.
How come? I mean, I see where Eric Bieniemy went to Washington as the assistant head coach. How come he hasn't got a gig yet? Head coaching job.
Don't know. I like him.
Yeah. I mean, he's been the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator for several years. Was overlooked last year, and now he's moving to another. It's not the head coach, it's the assistant head coach. Are they kind of grooming him in there to take over for Rivera or what?
I would assume that. And then I've had other people that, when you read and listen to everybody talk, they're always like, well, yeah, but the only reason he's had any success is because he had Mahomes. So, I don't know.
That's
what comes first, the apple or the cart, whatever.
The egg or the chicken.
Egg or the chicken. And that's why people pay attention to us, because they want to know
what came first.
What does come first. Look who's coming back. Yeah, I'm supposed to. He thought he was coming back to get on.
He's out there eating waffles. Yeah.
Did he have syrup all down the front of his jacket?
He's out there pounding waffles.
That's good stuff.
But I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? They get out. Players make plays. You know what I mean? Players make coaches look good.
Yeah. And just think Mahomes could have been on the Bears.
Yeah, did they actually turn him down?
Oh, yeah. They traded up to take Trubisky.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I was trying to go back through how that worked. They traded up.
I try not to.
That's amazing.
They traded up and took Trubisky.
That's some funny stuff.
Yeah, and at the time we're like, yeah, we got Trubisky. And then, not so good.
It was short-lived, wasn't it? Yeah, we got Trubisky. Good.
Yeah, those people are gone, Jim.
I say we take a break, get some waffles, and have Coach Rohrer come on.
Well, she's supposed to be on at 9:30. She's not
all
much.
right.
She'll tell you she's not much of a morning person, so it was a late night for her. But yeah, she'll be in. You want to take another break? Let's take a break. All right.
Let's get some waffles.
Waffle time. We'll be back after these messages.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart, and so they need you to stand with them.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask you?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
This is Greg Olszewski, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, and Sabadoo on 96.3 FM WLCN.
Out go the lights. You don't know that?
I don't.
That's what regular basketball's
Who
doing.
sings
That's
it?
why I played it. Boom, boom, out go the lights.
Oh,
That's
you
what
played
lady
it?
regular basketballs do it.
Turning out the
Pat
lights.
Travers Band.
Well, welcome back to the Cheap Seats. On with us now is Coach Rohr. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
A late night last night, an exciting night. So, I mean, it's easier to get out of bed after a win. Well, we don't know because I haven't lost.
Yeah,
right?
how would you know?
So, I mean, typically, right, Joe, it's easier to get out of bed in the morning after a victory.
Because you and I don't win very often.
No, we don't. We're losers, and we have to make ourselves get
if
up.
you had won 30 sometimes in a row,
we'd be used to it. You just roll out of bed and, the sun's shining and it's all good, right?
Sure.
Well, we travel over to Bloomington last night and take on a Champaign Central. 74-37, Lloyd, is the final. Another big blowout for the Lady Railers, and you just keep rolling. I mean, that's amazing.
Impressive.
And very impressive.
Thanks.
So what, 32-0 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And
is it hard to keep? Are they hard to keep track of?
I never know what our record is. I mean, not just this year, but like any year.
Ever?
You can ask anybody I've ever coached with. I'm always like, "What's our record?"
Well, if you're going to remember one, this is the year to remember them because I mean it's very, very impressive. That's a tough task to do. But a big win last night. Tell us a little bit about the game. Champaign Central. You guys have a bullseye on your back now, so these teams are preparing as much as they can because obviously they want to knock off the number one team in the region.
Yeah, I mean, we know we've had a bullseye on our back, I think, all season. I mean, not just, with our record or anything like that. I just think it's been, there's been a target on our backs. And I think that my kids rise up to that challenge. I think that motivates them. As far as the game goes last night, we just, we jumped out to an early lead, and we kind of assumed they'd go box and one on Chloe, which is what they did, and all the other players stepped up and scored some quick points. I think we were up maybe 20-0, and then maybe it was 20-2. I don't really remember, but then he had to come out of the box and one, and then we, ran our man offense, and the girls did a good job. They put a lot of pressure on us, but the girls handled it well, and it was a successful night.
And that's the thing, going in each and every game, the opponent, they're going to focus on shutting down Froby. Well, the good thing about you guys are so, I don't know, you got other players that step in and can just, do the same, hit three-pointers and, you're tough down low as well.
Right. I mean, I think on any given night, any of my next kids can score. I mean, that's something we were talking about on the bus ride home is, one night it might be Becca putting up 12. The next night it might be Stoltenberg. You just don't know who's going to be the one to step up. I mean, sometimes we just don't know. I mean, it could be any of them. Mm-hmm. They're all capable of putting anywhere from 10 to 15 points on the board on any given night. And so I think that, when you have a lot of weapons like that, I get wanting to stop Chloe because she's as good as she is. But she has a great team behind her, too.
Absolutely.
And, something I told the girls, I was like, when they go a box and one on somebody, everybody else should be offended. And you should take that personally. And you should show them that you should never go a box and one on us because we can beat you too. And I thought my kids stepped up to that challenge, and they did that yesterday. And they were successful. I think all 4 of the other kids that were on the floor scored within that box and one during that time. So
what we've talked about before when I've been on here with you is that how athletic you are. It's not just a team of 1 or 2 athletes on the court like you have a lot of times. You have athletes all over the place.
Absolutely. I think we have an athlete from number 1 to number 13. So I think that the kids play hard and they do a good job.
Have you had someone try to come in and out of 3 or 4 defenses in the same game, or like what you just said earlier about how they were in the box and one, and then they just said we have to go out of it, so they just went out of it and went into a regular zone or a man or something?
Yeah, we've seen multiple defenses in different
the same
games.
Game.
Yeah.
And does that ever confuse the girls, or they stay right with it?
No, we just adjust. Chloe will call out 15 or whatever, and we'll adjust, or we'll go into our man offense and. It'll just we just flow with it.
It'll just flow.
Yeah.
There you go. Well,
yeah.
It's a sign of a great team.
Yeah, they see it. They have basketball minds. They see it. So I think that when a team changes defenses, they're ready for it. We've seen a lot of different defenses over the course of the season, which has been helpful, because we've had to prepare for those. So we've spent time, preparing for a 1-3-1, or spent time preparing for a box and one, or, a 1-2-2, which, you'd think we'd be really good against, but you still have to prepare for it because you're running the 1-2-2 and your JV team is practicing their offense against your defense a lot of times. So, but the kids handle change of defense pretty well. So,
and you think how important was it to have that Peoria game where that was your closest one, right? We were just talking about 7 points or so. How important was that for you guys to have right now as you go into the tournament?
Well, I think it's important to have tough games throughout the season, and Peoria was definitely probably our toughest. But we've had other tough games. Muhammad played us really close just last week. That was a tough one. That was really good going to postseason to have a tough game like that. I thought Taylorville played us really tough the last time we saw them. So, the scores don't always show what actually is going on the floor. Sure. And, it might look like we won by 20, but it might have been a dogfight, and that 20-point gap didn't come easily. It came, a couple possessions at a time. So those tough games make you better in the long run.
Peoria, the best team you think you've seen?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Interesting. It's very interesting now as you
we played Rochester early in the season, and they're a great team, and Muhammad's a great team.
And you're going to have to see both of those teams, correct?
One or the other.
Oh, that's right. They play.
They're going to play each other.
The first one.
Well, let's rewind a little bit. Kicked off the regional with Rantoul. Us spectators, we were wanting to see 100 points.
No. I didn't want them getting to 90.
And they didn't. 88 to 11 to start it off against Rantoul.
I told them they weren't allowed to shoot anymore.
Oh, well, we were rooting for 100, but the coach wins.
It's just the fans.
Just the fans,
I did not want 100 points on that board.
Oh, man, we did, but oh well. So then now we're going to take on a Mount Zion team that we just saw not too long ago. Right. If I remember correctly, that game wasn't even close, was it?
It wasn't, but they didn't have their big kid inside. She was injured that game. And on the flip side, we didn't have Becca, but they do have a Division I player on their team. Demery Anderson's a really great player, and so we're not looking past them. We're coaches at practice right now, starting to prepare for Mount Zion and getting our kids ready for what they're going to see, and they're a good team. They are. The score does not always show what teams are doing, so we got to come out and play.
Now, who would be, just to look forward a little bit, and not necessarily on the coach's side, but who would be the favorite between Rochester and Muhammad, in your opinion? It's that close? I think that
they both play really, really great defense. They play a little bit different offensive styles. Rochester, they're pretty strong inside. They've got a great guard in Reed, and she's really quick. But Muhammad can shoot the ball. They can just flat out shoot the ball. They got 4 kids that can shoot the ball. So I don't know who the favorite is. I really don't. I wish, I could say we know that Rochester's going to win, or we know Muhammad's going to win. Let's, let's put it in the back of our minds that this is the next team we're going to have to prepare for. We don't know. I really think the game could go either way. They're both very well coached. They're both good teams.
Well, we're pretty confident that you're going to get through Mount Zion. Is a Muhammad team that you'd rather see Muhammad win, just because then it would be on a neutral court? Because if you play Rochester and they're at home,
I know
it's a little tougher, because it's going to be a lot of fans there on the Rochester side. But on the reverse, Lincoln's going to have a lot of fans as well.
I've been back and forth. I don't know who I'd rather see. They're both really good teams, and I don't know who we'd match up better with. With Muhammad being able to shoot the way they can, that stretches our zone out. But
well, you know what they say, it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Well, I know.
that's in the back of your mind as well. So
I think our kids, if they show up, either team, it'll be a ball game. I think that it'll be a really great sectional championship game, because both teams, either one that we could face, are going to give us a game, and we're going to have to definitely be prepared for that. And you only got 1 day to prepare.
Right.
So you got to look at, okay, what do we do well? What do we know that, okay, we can change in the course of the game? And what do we absolutely, in the 2.5-hour practice time, have to be ready for if we're going to see Rochester, if we're going to see Muhammad?
Now, do you go in, the girls that you've been practicing for months and months, is this a time where you just go in and watch game film and just point some things out against a Mount Zion where this is what you guys can anticipate, this is what we need to do? Because your offense hasn't changed, your defense hasn't changed. Is it now just kind of pinpointing where we need to focus on, or is it just,
we like to keep the kids moving. Mm-hmm. So, Coach and I will watch film and we'll be like, okay, these are the things that we think are the most important things, and then we'll show them on the floor, with our other kids, okay, you're going to be this player, you're going to be this player, and we'll teach those other kids the offenses that they're going to see, and we prepare for our defense that way. We haven't really watched much film as a team this year. We've been watching it and just preparing the kids for what they're going to see, and it's worked well. So we're not changing anything as far as that goes, but we like to keep the kids moving up and down the floor. So I wouldn't say light practices, but not as hard as they were at the beginning of the season. You taper off a little bit, but you got to keep them moving because they're going to have to move. They have to move in the games.
Right, and you've had benefits where a lot of your starters get a lot of rest because you're up by 70 points.
True, and that could be a great thing, or it could be a curse.
Right,
if they're not used to playing a fourth quarter or a second quarter, and so then they, you get into a game where they have to play a fourth quarter, but...
Well, you guys are a team that just wears down the other team because you guys are just... It seems like there's 8 of you out there on the court, just how you guys move towards the ball and your positioning. So that's just got to wear the other team down as well. So,
I hope so.
Yeah, and you can see it watching your games where, just for example, the Rantoul game, I don't know they even got the ball across half court the first 5-6 possessions, and I don't know when they got a shot off, if they did the first quarter at all, but it's just like you guys swarm the ball. They know where they need to be. It's just fun to watch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think the crowd support's been there, huh?
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been really cool.
Big crowd last night.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
So many people traveled up to Bloomington. I mean, the community came up and supported these kids and our team, and then, it was really cool to have the student section there too, and they were in full force. So it's pretty cool to, see people coming out and watching these girls, or, and not everybody can travel, and that's understandable. And so, they'll comment on, whatever Facebook posts and say, we watched from home, and it's really neat. And I'm so proud of my team that, they've earned this kind of recognition and this people following them and being excited for them. They deserve it, and it's really cool.
Yeah, we talked this week about all the games are on different nights, so the fans in Lincoln are going to be busy this week.
Yes,
but they can come and force to all the games.
Yes.
Yeah, and we got viewers on YouTube from Kentucky, Florida, Georgia, people just chiming in saying, hey, we're watching from here, and it's neat for them to get to watch it when obviously you can't travel back for it, but
absolutely,
yeah, so it gives them the opportunity to follow you as well.
Absolutely.
Speaking of tickets, Joe, we talked to Coach Al a little bit about how to get those tickets.
Right.
GoFan.
Yes.
You get on there, and that starts Tuesday, right? I mean,
yes.
you can get tickets at the door, he said.
You can,
but
if you want to pre-buy, I think that our section will be pretty. I mean, I think that there's going to be a lot of people there for the first game for us and Mount Zion, but I think that there will be a lot of people there for Mahomet and Rochester. And I do believe I saw it posted on our Lincoln High School page today too.
Yeah, we've got
Facebook.
We've got it on WLCN Online, all of our social media outlets, Lloyd, Twitter, Facebook, Railer Nation.
Okay.
So it's out there. Go to GoFan, and then order your tickets there, and then they'll just, I guess it's on your phone. You show them.
Yeah. I don't know. I never buy tickets because I'm always.
You don't have to buy them.
Spot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got the best seat in the house. But so yeah, if any fans, get your tickets now just to make sure you have them. Hopefully it's a sellout.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
I think that place will be packed.
I do too.
No matter who you.
I mean, from here on out, you're going to see a lot of red and green, so that's
absolutely
exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, coming out and just seeing everybody, and that's really got to pump the girls up too.
It does.
It, just
it motivates
kicks it up
them.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure.
And that's fun. And Joe, you going to be able to maybe?
Absolutely, I'm back.
You're back. Joe's been in Vegas, so we've had to bring him up to speed, so he doesn't know anything that went on this week.
No, I've lost track of it all.
And lost a lot.
All
of money.
I know is everybody's still playing.
That happens in Vegas. You lose track of time.
You're exactly right. Thank you. These guys don't understand.
No, it does happen.
Yeah, you went into it's Never Land.
Yeah.
But I'm back now, and everybody had W's, so which I expected.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Good coaching, that's what it leads to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think maybe we're just, I don't want to say overconfident, but excited, the excited community. The expectations were there all season, and now everything's coming, to the center, the front.
I was going to say, I know a lot of coaches will say, and rightfully so, we're worried about tonight's game, and we're worried about tomorrow's game, and I understand. But have you taken a look out there where you could end up as we proceed and?
Well, I think that it's important that you know who you could be playing. So I've gone on a few scouting trips. My husband and I, we went and watched Mascouda play. They got beat last night. We went and watched Highland play. They're still in it. So we watched East St. Louis play. So we've kind of traveled and scouted here and there.
That's good.
For the Super. So we're hopeful that we'll get out of our sectional, and we wanted to be prepared if we do. But we know that the sectional is not a walkthrough. We are focused on that right now. But I think that as a coach, you need to be ready to prepare your kids if you do win your sectional, or if you do win your regional. Like I went and watched Rochester play the other night. because there's a possibility we're going to play them. I had just seen Muhammad against us, but I hadn't seen Rochester play live since we played them. So I wanted to see,
So are those the downstate schools you think that are going to come up out of the South?
Yeah, they were the top-ranked schools. So East St. Louis actually upset Taylorville, and then they upset Muscuda last night. But when we went and watched Muscuda the first time, East St. Louis was playing Taylorville. So we sat and watched part of that game, too. So I did get to see East St. Louis. And then they beat Muscuda last night, I think, or 2 nights ago by like 2 or 4 maybe. And then we watched Highland play a couple weeks ago. And Highland was, I think, the 1 seed in their regional. So, and they're still in it.
And they're still in it.
Yeah. I think Highland will play Mattoon, who upset Effingham last night. And then East St. Louis will play Mount Vernon. So it'll be one of those 4.
There you go. And you're prepared for those schools. What'd you see?
Yes.
What'd you see out of them?
Well, East St. Louis is really quick. They've got a really great guard. Highland is kind of reminds me of Taylorville a little bit. They've got a really talented big inside. They got a lot of shooters. So yeah, I don't know. And we know Mattoon pretty well. We've played them twice. They've got a lot of shooters. And the only one that I don't know too much about right now is Mount Vernon, so they're next on my list. But
we'll have to get some inside information from somewhere.
Well, you can find film pretty much anywhere.
So just looking forward, because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
The super sectional is in Taylorville.
Yeah.
Taylorville doesn't seat that many people.
That's kind of what I said too, but it's not up to me. So we'll go and play wherever.
I know, but I would think a super sectional you would think would be at a bigger venue, right? Like Springfield BOS, Bank of Springfield.
Right. When we played in the Super a few years back, we played at UIS.
Right. And that would be.
And so I don't know why they've changed that, but you know what? I'm honestly kind of okay with playing on a high school floor.
Well, a super sectional, in my opinion, should be neutral.
Right.
If Taylorville would have advanced and
that was a concern that we could play. We thought we might play Bloomington on Bloomington's floor, Rochester on Rochester's floor, which is still a possibility, and Taylorville on Taylorville's floor. I mean,
doesn't seem fair.
You're like, okay.
Because it's not. But
now, if we're here, it's okay.
Right. Now, as regionals and sectionals, I get, but the super sectional, that's one step closer to state. To me, it's got to be a neutral site.
And I don't agree with you very
a
often.
bigger venue.
I mean, I agree with you too, but it's not up to me.
Right,
so
right.
I can't change it. I just figure, okay, we'll just prepare for it, and
just
hopefully we don't have to play Taylorville on Taylorville's floor. And as of now, that's not the case. So we got to get through the sectional first. So. Right. And that's the most important thing right now is getting through that sectional first game.
We can look forward, because we have to throw it out there, but one game at a time.
We're just ding dongs on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not looking too forward.
You're focused on
That's right.
I want a sectional plaque in my hands, and then we'll talk about it.
Then we'll worry about that. Okay, I like that.
We'll go along with that.
Yeah, we will. And then next Saturday we'll really dig in deep.
Yeah.
Well, I know the nerves are there, which why wouldn't they be? That's normal. You want to be nervous. If you go in too overconfident, then that's where you kind of fumble a little bit. But hopefully the girls have some butterflies, the anxiety, and that just works itself out on the court. So it's been exciting. Let's keep it rolling.
We're going to do our best.
Yes, Rochester Tuesday night against Mount Zion.
Yep.
And go to gofans.com or GoFan. What is it? GoFan or GoFans?
Hang on, I have it in my phone.
GoFan.
GoFan.
Not plural. GoFan.
WLCNonline.com. There's a link there.
Okay. WLCNonline.com. That's easier to type in anyway than GoFan.
GoFan.
That's
right.
Get your tickets on there, and let's fill the gym.
Yes, let's fill the gym.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us today. It's 10:01. And Jim's got his fingers on the button, so he's kicking us out of here. I'd like to thank the Hampton Inn for having us, and we will talk to you next week. Same time, different place. Do we know where we're at? We're at the rec center.
All right.
Okay. So we're at the rec
You'll
center.
be there.
We're at the rec center next Saturday. So
it's closer to home.
Yeah.
This is on the other side of the world for you.
All right. That's going to do it for us today here on the Cheap Seats. Thanks for tuning in.
Good day.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.